Rankings.
There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Power Rankings.
Presented by Sleep Number. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to start this list off with not one, but two new teams to the list, too. Ooh. Two new teams to the list.
Two?
Yes. I'm putting the Seahawks at 10. Their last 2 weeks.
What?
Yep. I'm putting the Seahawks here the last 2 weeks have caused me to sit here and go, okay, let's see what they got. And I know they just beat lesser opponents in your mind in the NFC West, with one of them being the defending NFC champs at home. I don't know, Chris, would you put Atlanta over Seattle, since Seattle went to Atlanta and beat them? You can't put the Bucs above them. The Bucs don't have as good a record.
I wouldn't have either of those teams in the top 10.
All right. Would you put the Chargers there still after what you saw?
Yeah.
You keep them in there?
Yeah, they're better than both of those teams.
Okay. Yeah. Number 9 on the list are the Broncos. Can't leave the Broncos off. And the Broncos are 7-5. And I know that the Seattle beat Bo Nix, but that was week 1. That was like a lifetime ago. Broncos deserve to be Broncos are playing like they are top 3rd in the league team. Just because everybody on their team isn't on your fantasy, I bet you more people have the Broncos defense than they have anybody other not named Cortland Sutton or Bo Nix on their fantasy.
I like Broncos on this list, yeah.
Okay. They're taking on the Browns. They're number 9 on the list. Down 3 spots are the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm putting them right here at 8. They were 5. They're now down to 8. I know they had the snow game right then and there, but I don't know, man. The offense just...
something looks off.
Something's a little off. You could say that the snow had something to do with it. Then prove me wrong at Cincinnati this weekend. Then go light them up.
Right.
Go light them up. Justin Herbert lit them up. You go light them up. A lot of people have been lighting them up. Lamar lit them up. Number 7 on the list, up 2 spots, Green Bay Packers. Defense balling, right? Josh Jacobs. Hey, man, we're all focused on Saquon and Derrick Henry for good reason. Josh Jacobs switched teams, too. And look at what he's doing. Yep. Him and Jordan Love holding up the number 3, because that's how many touchdowns he had on the 49ers. Josh Jacobs for the Green Bay Packers has been terrific.
The 3 running backs that changed teams this year are 1, 2, 3 in the league in rushing this season.
And they should be lionized. All those teams for actually doing all that. Number 6, up 1 spot, Daniel Jones's Minnesota Vikings. Number 6 on the list, they are 9-2.
I'd buy that.
Hey, listen, since the 5-0 start, they lost 2, and they haven't lost since those 2 in a row. And you might say there's smoke and mirrors, and they haven't really started putting the pedal to the metal and beating people up like they did in the first 5 weeks of the season. So what? You are what you are, and they're 9-2, and they're number 6 on the list. Top 5 starts with the Ravens up 1 spot. 8-4. They've got it working. They beat the Chargers without Roquan Smith. They beat them up, you could say. They got over 200 yards rushing. First time Jim Harbaugh has ever had a defense do that. J.K. Dobbins, let's hope the Chargers get back in the swing of things with him sooner rather than later. Ravens are up 1 spot. The Chiefs stay like a before.
Stays like a before.
Number 4 on the list. They are, in my estimation, can't be above the Bills on the list. The Bills are 3, but they're down 1 spot to 3. Because I'm putting the Eagles above them right now. And I know the Bills didn't do anything last week. And you're like, how do you downgrade a team that was on a bye? Because Saquon's waving bye-bye to everybody. That's why. And the defense is balling out. And they're playing the second best football in the NFL. If you sit there and think the Lions have no reason to be knocked down a peg when they've won every single game since week 2, and that's where they rest. They stay at the top of the list like before.
Stays like a before.
The Lions are sitting right there, number 1 going into Thanksgiving. The Detroit Lions 10-1 for the first time since 1934, and that's their record going into Thanksgiving. And that, gents, are my power rankings entering Thanksgiving. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.